or 1 creature Eternal or the Wandering Emperor, we get triple the tokens here, and we get triple the tokens at the wedding festivities. It doesn't matter. Ojer for the win! Ladies and gentle mages, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode with Man, and today we've got a juicer for you. Before we dig into the deck, make sure to leave a like on the video. The button looks just like this and it helps out the channel tremendously. I greatly appreciate it. Let's go ahead and dig in. Tier 1 tokens, that is right. If you are a token generator, we are running you. That is right. I think this deck is actually pretty amazing. So I have a lot of silver bullets, as you'll kind of notice here, and actually I'll call them white bullets because we are mono white. Let's start off with the Eternal Wanderer. What I love about this, exile up to 1 target artifact or creature, which is nice because you do get to bounce tokens. It also acts as a sweeper, kind of de facto-y type of sweeper here. If you do have Expel the Interlopers, because this is a token deck, obviously we are going to have a lot of like 1/1s or 2/2. Obviously wedding announcement bumps them up. We have +1/+1 counters, but typically you've got an army of like 1/1s or 2/2s, or maybe even 3/3 sometimes. But typically the Expel the Interlopers is a one-sided sweeper. Absolutely love that. The Sanctuary Warden is wonderful. It comes in with 2 shield counters on it, and with the Eternal Wanderer, you can bounce the Sanctuary Warden, and then you just get the shield counters back, and then the drawing counters 1/1 green and white creature citizen tokens create all over again. And now let's get into the Ojer talk. Deepest foundation. Of course, if 1 or more creature tokens will be created under your control, create 3 times as many tokens. This is so freaking fun. And of course, if you do go back into it, with the Temple of Civilization, you can get 3 or more creatures, and that's not that hard, especially because we can recover with the Mirrex. The Mirrex is super awesome with the Wandering Emperor, with Archangel Elspeth, and the other Elspeth, Elspeth Resplendent, gives +1/+1 counters. So if you have a Mirrex out and a Planeswalker, which kind of happens a lot versus control type of builds, they have a hard time with Planeswalkers. They don't have a hard time with the board being creatures and stuff. But if you can put +1/+1 counters on these little Mirrex tokens, you have unlimited ammo, and that's what I love. This deck just keeps coming. And early in the game, we do have the Lay Down the Arms and the Ossification, and we do have the Restoration of Eiganjo and the Ambitious Farmhand. This allows us to run 24 lands. Otherwise, I probably would kick it up to like 27. So we do have all these big spells. But again, Ambitious Farmhand, I think you could probably make a case to go 3 and 3. Because sometimes early in the game, you want the Ambitious Farmhand for the guaranteed planes. And sometimes the Spirit Companion, you just kind of want a non-creature. So if you want a non-land, you'd rather have the Companion. If you want a land, you'd rather have the Farmhand. So 3 and 3. I'm running 2 and 4 right now, but it is what it is. You can always get them back with the Restoration of Eiganjo too. Or if they're in their hand, you get it for free. Absolutely insane. Wedding announcement, nothing needs to really be said. Create tokens, draw cards, do damage. Wonderful. Mondrak. Okay, so we got the Ojer to create triple, and then we have Mondrak to create double. I mean, what else is there to like? We're gonna just create a bunch of tokens. We have Elesh Norn. Absolutely love this card. I've never played with this thing before, so getting into the Argent Etchings doesn't seem that bad. Sacrifice 3 other creatures. It doesn't seem that hard, especially in a deck where we are generating a bunch of tokens. The Architect of Restoration creates 1/1 spirit creature tokens as well. So I just don't think it's going to be that hard to go for Elesh Norn. And other than that, I mean, one last shout out to Owl of the Dawn Sky. Does not create tokens, but it's still just a wonderful card, and I think it just still fits the bill. We're going to run it. Sanctuary Warden, I think we're ready. I think we're ready to generate some tokens. We're done blabbing. Let's get to the token making. Consider joining the channel. That helped me out as a content creator, and you'd be supporting me. I greatly appreciate it. Go ahead and subscribe if you have not already, and without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Vrut, how you doing here? Looking pretty gosh darn good. It's a pretty good hand here. We got the Mondrak with the wedding announcement. So I've actually never used Mondrak before, so hopefully we can kind of make use of it. Alright, going against Azorius. I think we have a relatively bad matchup versus Azorius, but it's okay. We're gonna fight. We're gonna fight until we can't fight no longer. So, this deck, I think it has all the tools though. It can beat aggro, it can beat mid-range, it can beat control. So I'm feeling pretty confident. I guess we'll just start off with we'll swing in first, just in case they do have like the white virtue. Always nervous about make disappear. Let's go for the wedding announcement. There we go. No resistance, no counter, and no problems. There we go. Your move, Rut. All right, Field of Ruin. Got to make sure of that. They can get rid of a Mirrex or something. so we got some work to do. I actually did consider running the Sunset Revelry, but I don't think it's gonna really be fruitful. Let's swing in for one. I do want the wedding announcement to create a token rather than draw a card. I think our hand's fine. And let's go ahead and drop Mondrak so that we get double the tokens, and that's double the fun. So far, so good. Hopefully, you know, we're still one turn away from getting Sunfall, depopulate. Ow, I don't... Do people really run depopulate? Come on. Field of Ruin. Wow, that's okay. So they're really worried about this Mirrex, I guess. That's fine with me. All right, well, we'll take that. All right, that's fine with me if that's the turn. This Mirrex token actually cannot go blue after my turn. So, yeah, boom. We actually don't even have to worry about a counter spell on this turn either. That feels pretty good. So now it comes to the point. Do I want to swing in with everything? I think I kind of don't. Well, I think I kind of do. Let's just do it, because if they have the Sunfall, let's just get the card draw, I guess. And then we take 2 draws this way. I think so. I think we want to kind of refuel our hand just in case we don't. We do have the Eternal Wanderer, which is a nightmare. It's a lot harder for them to deal with. Well, you can have our Ojer now too, so this is looking good. Of course, getting to double the tokens with Mondrak is fun, but we kind of already did it, so we do have another 2/2 because of Mondrak. And now if they do, Mirrex, that's fine. Yeah, so if they do have Depopulate instead of Sunfall, most people run Sunfall, or at least alongside, but if they did have Depopulate, we do have Mondrak that we can use for Indestructible. Sunset Revelry is annoying, but at least they don't get the life gain, but yeah, getting those is pretty annoying. And now I gotta make a decision. Do we want to go for the Ojer? I don't think so. I think it's kind of unnecessarily overextending ourselves, so I'm gonna swing in here. I think we would rather go in for the Eternal Wanderer. Yeah, I think so. Let's just go boom, boom. We're gonna get another draw off the wedding announcement. And man, it is tempting. It is tempting to go in for Ojer. I think we're probably gonna go in for the, well, man, I think it is probably better to go in for the Eternal. I don't know why I'm so scared. Because even if they do wipe the board, we'd still have the Eternal Wanderer. Okay, that's fine. Let's do that. Obviously, we can't go for Mondrak here. And then I think we're just going to flash in the Eternal Wanderer. We're going to flash in the Wandering Emperor. The Eternal Wanderer does not have flash. And then we'll go ahead and get a 2/2 here. Yeah, I probably should have just gone in for the Eternal Wanderer on that turn. Not sure what was going on. But either way, let's go ahead and have some fun here. We go in for the Ojer. And now we're going to get triple the tokens. We swing in with only our one creature, Eternal, or the Wandering Emperor. We get triple the tokens here. And we get triple the tokens at the wedding festivities. So we make 6 tokens at the wedding. Hopefully they don't have another Sunfall here, because we just made triple. Let's go. Memory Deluge. Thank goodness. I was like, please do not get a Sunfall. We got the Ojer. We got the ultimate combo off. Pretty much. I mean, close. We should have dropped that Eternal Wanderer instead of the Wandering Emperor, but hey, it is what it is. They main phase on a Memory Deluge. We're looking good. At the wedding festivities, I can't believe Ojer talk. Look at this board. This is pretty gosh darn awesome. I know that it doesn't matter. Ojer for the win. Mr. Squirrel, how you doing here? All right, Mr. Squirrel. All right, what's Mr. Squirrel running here? Concealing Curtains. Wow. Okay, so number 438 right now. Ranked quite high. I think recently I kind of have been deranking a little bit, but not too bad. I think we're still at 1200. As long as I see like 98% or higher, I think I can kind of live with my rank. I'm not one of those creators that pretends it doesn't bug them at all, but I'm realistic. I know that we can't really maintain a super high score while playing. I don't want to say jank, it's semi-jank, but we experiment a lot. But let's not focus on that. Let's focus on this Deep Cavern Bat and the Concealing Curtains. We've got plenty of toys here. We got Elesh Norn, Wandering Emperor, and an Archangel Elspeth. So I am running 4 Wandering Emperors. I can't even remember if it's 3. It's either 3 or 4. I'm only running 1 Elesh Norn and 1 Elspeth, because the Wandering Emperor is just so freaking good. So you kind of have to run a little bit more of her. Let's go ahead and ramp up here. Restoration of Eiganjo, that is wild though. You can just pretty much run de facto ramp with the Restoration. And, you know, it is close. It is close. If we want to go in for the Restoration, I think Elesh Norn is a little bit more mana efficient, but the Restoration does grab us a land. So we can guarantee go in for Sanctuary Warden this way. I think it's okay. It is tempting though. Elesh Norn does kind of hit them. But I think the Sanctuary Warden, if we were playing against white, I'd be a little more... Ooh, Shelly, okay. I would be a little bit more nervous about going in for Sanctuary Warden. But because they're playing Dimir, the only way that they can do stuff is killing us, and Sanctuary Warden has those shield counters on them, so. Now we get the Restoration of Eiganjo. This isn't looking too bad. Still got the Eternal Wanderer. I think the move is probably just going to go for the Eternal Wanderer now. And now I'm glad. Now I'm glad that I went for the Restoration so that we could drop the Eternal Wanderer here. I think we're going to let you have the bat. I mean, I am at 10 life. So I guess we'll just let you keep the bat. That has Menace. Yeah, because it has Menace, I can't really deal with you either way. I would like my card back, but I think we're just going to have to get, let's just let you have the bat. That's fine. We take one. I know we could lose our Eternal Wanderer here, but it's still, that's going to be the move. Yeah, this is fine. This is completely fine to me. Boom, 23 to 10. Like I said, if we didn't ramp up with the Restoration of Eiganjo and we put the Elesh Norn, we wouldn't have been able to go in for the Eternal Wanderer, and that could have been like the life or death of the game here. So another Deep Cavern bat. These things are so annoying. Probably gonna get rid of my Sanctuary Warden, I would assume. Yep, they do. Gosh darn it. Okay, not a big deal though. We have enough to go in for the Ambitious Farmhand. The Ambitious Farmhand is nice because we do have the Coven ability. But what do we want to do? Do I want to go for Elesh Norn first and then the Ambitious Farmhand? Let's do this. Let's go for Ambitious Farmhand. This will give us a Plains. That brings us a grand total of 7. Archangel Elspeth, how you doing? Absolutely love the voice lines from Elspeth here. Both of them, especially the 4-drop, and there's the 5-drop as well. Let's swing in. We do have flying now that we can kind of ward off the Deep Cavern bat. So we're not going to create the little 1/1s just yet. Hit him for 5, and next turn, we have enough to drop Elesh Norn. And with 2 Restoration of Eiganjos, we're going to be able to flip our Elesh Norn. That will be pretty dynamite. So not that big of a deal. Kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. I would assume they get rid of the Elspeth. That's fine. That's fine. Sorry, Elspeth. Sorry. Land is not wonderful here, but I think it's still okay. I don't think there's really any point in dropping the land here. I think we're just going to go for Elesh Norn. Let's do this. Let's swing in with the Eiganjo. Swinging in with the Eiganjo, we might as well get an extra 1/1, so we don't have to. So when we go for Elesh Norn, I think should I use the token here? Or should I drop it? Because they have the Concealing Curtains, I think they might be incentivized to pump into it. So having this Plains here is actually relevant if I drop it or not. This way we can go in for Elesh Norn. Yeah, I think this is looking pretty good though. Okay. Okay, and I think let's just do it. Yeah, I'm gonna bust the treasure token. Or actually, we don't have to. Wait, I'm so stupid. I thought this cost before. You can tell I've never used Elesh Norn before, but it doesn't matter. Elesh Norn, the Argent Etchings. Look at that. 5/2/2 Incubator tokens, and next turn they're going to get double strike. That is pretty freaking sweet. So, okay, we don't even have to use the treasure token, and we do get to keep our Plains. So if they want to pump into the Concealing Curtains, we're looking okay here. Now, we go down to 6. This is not that big of a deal. All of our stuff is going to get double strike next turn, and this is going to be awesome. All right, another land, but that's okay. That's okay. The Argent Etchings, creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain double strike until end of turn. Oh, Urtai. Okay, so Urtai, they can just counter this. They can't like destroy it, but they can counter this ability. But then I do draw. Hold on. But then I do draw. This is actually, hold on. This got a little bit interesting. Let's go ahead and give him a nice. That was actually pretty cool. Another Mirrex token, unfortunately. Do they have a lethal on the back end here? I don't think so. They can deal 4 in the air. We've got plenty of blockers, obviously. I'm going to swing in with maybe... Well, hold on, wait. Let's leave, like, 2 back, I guess. In case... Let's be a little conservative here. Let's swing with 2. Let's swing with 2. Just in case they've got, like a pair of kill spells. I don't want to swing all in. Then they have Urtai. And this Concealing Curtains has Menace, potentially. And they have 4 guaranteed in the air. So let's do this and be a little conservative. We still have the Argent Etchings that we can kind of use. I mean, they can't get rid of... Unless they have another Urtai. We still have that 3rd lore counter that we're going to drop. So we can take this for another turn. Should be good here. Yeah, this is why I like having the Plains here, just because they can't... I mean, they see that we have 2 cards here, so they're incentivized to do this, which is wonderful. That's fine. Yeah, we can even double block you. That's completely fine. And they see that we have 2 Plains, and they got duped, so sorry. Surprise! And next turn, we're going to be able to have the 3, because they can't go for Urtite on the 3, and we don't need to. They know that they are cooked. Beyond, how we doing here? Looking good. We got Spirits of Companion. Hopefully, we can get into the Elesh Norn. That was actually, yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome. Hopefully, we can do that again. But, all right, Dismal Blackwater, looking good. Got the Spirits of Companion. Obviously, some Ossification. We'll see if we can make use of that, but we're looking pretty good here. I'm really liking how this deck's turning out. We have a lot of silver bullets, or white bullets, you should say, but, Ancient one looking okay. I guess we'll just go with the Ossification instead of the Spirited Companion. Sure. I don't know what kind of combo they got going off here, especially if they have Obnixilis. Let's go ahead and just get rid of this. Excuse me. Hiccups today. Yeah, so I see Sultai, but if they did throw red into the mix and they do have Obnixilis, that is going... Ooh, another one. Okay, well, I guess this is Deja Vu. Let's go ahead and just go for Ossification number 2. Always want to make sure I play on another land, just in case they do have, like, the, you know, Field of Ruin or something. But, yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I guess we'll just get rid of that 8/8, just kind of forget about it. I don't know if they have, like, the Rakdos, or, well, Sultai-ish, 4-color, red, Obnixilis. That's what I'm really most scared of here. Alright, so next turn we can go in for Elesh Norn, and then we can go for Elspeth Resplendent. Obviously, you're running both of the Elspeths here. And eventually, Elspeth can actually just churn out angel tokens eventually, and that's pretty much like a de facto win condition. So if I didn't get rid of the this ancient one here, they have an activated ability for 4. So definitely, it was more imperative to go for Ossification on turn 3. But I have no idea what's going on here. Deathcap Marionette. This thing just mills 2 cards, right? Okay. Ooh, Portal for Phyrexia. Ooh, and a Mondrak. Okay, so got another Mondrak. I think we're looking okay. Obviously, it's just going to come down to all this is going to come down to is can they go for Portal to Phyrexia? So I guess we'll go for Elesh Norn. Don't really have a great way to generate tokens right now. We don't go for the Spirit Companion. We opted to go for Ossification instead. But if they don't have a way to reanimate the Portal to Phyrexia or really mill the graveyard, I mean, are we really that scared? Not really. Beyond. Let's see what you got here. I think if the way this deck works is that they don't have the Squirming Emergence. I mean, it's kind of hard for them to do anything. Tainted Indulgence, and then discard a card unless there's 5 or more mana values in your graveyard. They also want cards in their graveyard, so I do actually kind of like the Tainted Indulgence. A card from New Capenna that I completely forgot about, to be honest with you, but Tainted Indulgence, we'll go ahead and give you a... Ooh, that was a Galta? Ooh, Galta, and a Portal to Phyrexia, so what's going on here? And a fight... Whoa, okay. Okay, so what is going on here? This is a cool little wacky deck. So they have the Ancient one. That makes sense, because they have the Ancient one, they have Fight Rigging, and then they have, like, the Squirming Emergence kind of mill. This is I've never built a deck like this, so that's actually pretty interesting. I'm going to go for Elspeth. Hello, Elspeth.
I'll light your way on
and I guess we'll... Do I want to go for the -3, or I want to kind of just go for +1/+1s? It's close. It's close. I guess we'll kind of ramp up Elspeth, and I guess we'll go ahead and give you... it already has Vigilance, so let's go ahead and just swing it here. Alright, so do 4, get some lifelink going. I don't know what they got going on here with, like, if they do drop the Fight Rigging stuff. Another Fight Rigging. Okay. Okay. Do they have, like, an Ancient one or something? I don't think so. They go right into combat. Fight Rigging, so a 4/4. You know what? I actually am kind of thinking about just killing it. That was kind of dumb. Maybe I should have gone for First Strike. Dang, that was actually pretty dumb of me. Why did I do that? I am forced to pretty much block here, because if they go for another Fight Rigging, I mean, I don't... Oh, now that I have Lay Down the Arms, now that's kind of a double whammy. But yeah, I should have went for First Strike. That was really dumb. It's a missed opportunity there, but it's okay. Let's go for the Spirited Companion, see if we can draw into something else pretty cool here. And we got a Sanctuary Warden, I would say is pretty cool. Let's go for Mondrak. And with Mondrak, let's go for the +1 here. With Mondrak, we can actually do some pretty... I'm going to go wide here. I think going wide here is a little bit better. With Elspeth for the -7, we're going to create double the amount... Oh, no. Terror Tide. Okay, that makes it even worse. Terror Tide? Everything got -4/-4. That sucks. Oh, my gosh. That would have been so fun. If we would have put the +1/+1 counter on Mondrak, we would have been able to go for this Elspeth to -7, and we would have got double the amount of tokens here. Look at this, create 5/3/3 angels with flying. We would have got 10 if we would have put the 1/1 counter and dodged that Terror Tide. That sucks so badly. We still have lethal here, but I want to use it with using it with Mondrak was the plan. It might not matter, but still that would have been a lot cooler. Let's go for the Mirrex here. I don't think I have to go for Wandering Emperor if they don't have anything else. Let's just play it slow here, and let's see if it's gonna matter. We still have lethal here, but yeah, like I said, making 10 with Mondrak would have been a little better for content. But I guess for the win, it doesn't matter. We still get the dub. Cheers. Augie Road, how you do? Or Rogue, rather, how you doing here? Augie, my son. I think that's God, what was that? Augie and Doggy. That's kind of what whenever I see Aggie, I don't think of the school Aggie. I think that's like not Oklahoma. What was it? I don't know. I'm getting off on a tangent here. Either way, we got the Ambitious Farmhand here. This is where it's nice. The Ambitious Farmhand. Sometimes, obviously, when you need land, you do prefer Ambitious Farmhand. Sometimes you just prefer the Spirit of the Companion. But I'm running both. I'm running both. So screw it. So we got the rest with the Ambitious Farmhand and the Restoration of Eiganjo. It allows you to run 24 lands, where otherwise in a big like rampy type of deck here, you pretty much would kind of want to go into something like 27 lands probably. But because we got the Restoration of Eiganjo and the Farmhand, you're good. You got all the planes you could ever want. So this little chump blocker is going to prove fruitful. I'm probably going to chump block. 7 damage is a lot to take, so I think I am going to chump block here. We do have the Wandering Emperor and 3 of them. Why do we run all the Wandering Emperors in the world? Well, it's a pretty good question. I guess we'll go ahead, and I do want another Farmhand, and I think Elspeth is probably the least... I think it's probably the least good card that we have here. So let's go ahead and just get the Ambitious Farmhand and grab another Plains. That is wonderful. Oh yeah, we're looking good. Yeah, now we can go in for the Wandering Emperor next turn. Or their turn, rather. And like I said, the reason why you have all these Wandering Emperors is because it's just such a good card, man. You exile a card, -2, and then next turn, you can -1 create a creature token. You get the max value out of it, and then you can cast your next Wandering Emperor. So the Wandering Emperor is never really dead. And plus, if you have Wandering Emperor on the board, like... you're ahead anyway, so like the Wandering Emperor is never bad. So you can run 4 Wandering Emperors. It's a wonderful card. And honestly, the Wandering Emperor has seen less play lately in Standard, but I love the Wandering Emperor. I think it's like one of the best. I think it's probably one of the best Planeswalkers in Arena right now, and definitely in Standard for sure. But nevertheless, all right, I am the Emperor of Kamigawa. Let's go ahead and slash you and
Run away.
I think we're going to create a 2/2 here. And I think we're going to try and block out the Calyx here. And then we can, yeah, so in this case, 99% of the time, you exile and then create the token. I think in this certain case, we, obviously that worked out pretty well. Because I don't want Calyx to do the damage. Because if we do Calyx, it just doesn't work out nearly as good.
I'm never done for good.
Yeah, I think this was fine. So now we go for Lay Down the Arms, get rid of the Kami of Transience, and we've got the Wandering Emperor #2 in the chamber. I mean, looking pretty good. I actually am tempted to go for the Restoration of Eiganjo again, and then chump block with the Farmhand. I am tempted to do that. We can, yeah, let's do it. Screw it. Let's do it again. Thin out our deck, we get our planes going, and we're gonna definitely chump block with the Machiko's Ray of Truth. If they don't have any sort of pump spells, or if they don't have whatchamacallit, what's that? Audacity. If they don't have a way to get trample, I mean, we're just sitting pretty here. We got plenty of removal. We've got Expel the Interlopers. I mean, we're looking good here. 15. I don't care what their life is. They have 37 life. I do not care. I just don't care. Let's go ahead and do that. Ramp you up. Sure. Looking good. Looking real good here. I'm gonna swing with the Restoration of Eiganjo. If they want to block with the Kami of Transience, I guess I can go for the Emperor. It's not. They can just bring it back. Yes, I don't think it's that big of a deal. This is fine. I can't click my mouse today. There we go. I think, you know, we could go for the Owl of the Dawn Sky. I'm a huge fan of Owl of the Dawn Sky. Nobody... I think if you watch my shorts, I make a ton of shorts with Owl of the Dawn Sky. And it's always like the card that's underrated. So Owl of the Dawn Sky always makes my underrated standard list. Maybe that was a little cocky. I did put out the Owl of the Dawn Sky instead of going for the Wandering Emperor, but I don't think they're really going to swing, and I don't think they can really build, like, I think they're going to take time to build up this board. And now we're looking good. Now I think the game is just over. Now the risk kind of paid off here. We had 15 life, and now we're just swinging in on, oh god, Vigilance as well. So Vigilance, and we're swinging in. I guess we might as well just keep swinging in with the Architect. of Restoration. We get these 1/1s that they do want to block with the Kami. We just put the Wandering Emperor down, and I think slowly but surely we're just going to take this game. They can't even they can't take the Eye of the Dawn Sky, and these Vigilance creatures are just doing work on them. And we could actually go in for 2 Wandering. I don't think we will, but we could go in for 2 Wandering Emperors if things got super crazy. All right, well, maybe if they have 2 Michiko's Reign of Truth, I guess this could maybe get into the realm of super crazy, possibly. This is a fun deck here. Silesian Enchantments is, I kind of feel bad, because it's a fun deck, but it just kind of gets no love anymore. But I think it's a pretty good deck. I kind of want to play it a little bit. The problem is you can't really ever, like, the problem with the Silesian Enchantments is you can't ever really put your own little spin on it. You can't put your own little cherry on top of it. It's pretty much like, the deck is kind of what it is. I like to kind of spin my decks and make it a little, well, sorry, Cosmic Transduce, you're going bye-bye, buddy. So that's pretty much their last hope, and it's exiled, not even killed, so it doesn't come back this way, and I think they're pretty much all but out of firepower, but nevertheless, the reason why, I mean, Silesian Enchantments, it's kind of hard to make your own deck here. So Ambitious Farmhand goes off, and now we got the Expel the Interlopers. We don't even need the Expel the Interlopers, but I guess we might as well put this on the Eye of the Dawn Sky. Looking good.
Show them how we
Like I said, I remember back when it first came out, it was runes. I mean, if you don't, I'm sure most of you that are watching this know what runes are. Runes with the Jukai Naturalist was absolutely out of this freaking world, man. It was a crazy time. It was a crazy time for Standard, I can tell you that right now. But Michiko's Reign of Truth, I think the reign is pretty much over, Michiko. I'm sorry, but we do have another Wandering Emperor, even if ooh. All right, so we got okay. Michiko heard me. Michiko heard me talking crap. And we do have this other Wandering Emperor, even if the worst case scenario comes out. And they don't even have trample though, so I don't even really care. We'll just chump block. I'll just chump block you to death. You don't have trample. We got the Wandering Emperor, even if you did have audacity. So yeah, I mean, this might take a second, but like I think we're just we take this little 1/1 versus 12/12, and that's a big bang. That might start a new universe. It was such a big bang, but nevertheless, back up to 26 they go, and they know they're gonna lose the War of Attrition. GG's. La 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 la. Elmo's World. How you doing, Elmo? We got Elmo in Mythic. Let's see what we got here. Hello. Oh my god. Hello, Elmo. Hello, Elmo. How you doing? It's an honor. Recruitment Officer. Okie dokie. Well, that's pretty cool. Let's go in for the Ambitious Farmhand. Get a little bit of land. The Ambitious Farmhand's going to trade with the Officer, and we set up for a Plains. Ambitious Farmhand, man, I got to give it up. People do not play the Ambitious Farmhand anymore. Wonderful card. All right, Warden of the Inner Sky. Ooh, double Warden of the Inner Sky. This card is also a wonderful card. Warden of the Inner Sky. I refuse to play it. Like I said, I made the call, actually on Twitter and kind of on YouTube as well. But I made the call that I didn't think the Warden of the Inner Sky was going to be any good. But it has proven me wrong. This card is so freaking amazing. It's literally an amazing card. But now I don't think I've made a deck with it just because I'm just known as the hater. It kind of sucks to be on the wrong side of history. But I thought the Warden of the Sky was going to be kind of bad. But all right, so now that the Adeline out, now we're a little bit more worried. We're a little bit more worried. We do have plenty of removal. Let's go ahead and make the trade with the Recruitment Officer, but now I gotta get rid of this Adeline. And the Wandering Emperor does help out quite a bit, but look at this. Restoration of Eiganjo on the Ossification. So, oh my god, it feels like cheating. The Restoration of Eiganjo, I mean, good god, it's such a good card. You get a land, you get like a free Ossification, Spirited Companion, or an Ambitious Farmhand, and then you get a free for the token generator. I mean, it's the Restoration of Eiganjo, man. It's just such a good card. I cannot stop raving about it. Brukthar takes away our Elesh Norn. I think it's fine. I am getting a little nervous here. Maybe I should have went for the Wandering Emperor instead. I thought maybe because they're running Boros, they're like only running creatures. Like a lot of these decks really only run creatures. So it's pretty much Brutal Cathar. They have 4 cards in their deck that can really save us. Unfortunately, we do get Brutal Cathar, but at this point, I think we're looking okay. We do have to lay down the arms, and we do have the Wandering Emperor. So, if we cast, let's just do this now. It kind of sucks, but I'm just gonna do this now, and then we just go for lay down the arms. I think I don't think our sequencing mattered that much. So if we just do this, get rid of the Warden of the Sky. I guess alternatively we could have waited and just laid down the arms on the Brutal Cathar. But the Warden, no, we had to do it now. I think we, oh my god, okay, but I think we had to, because, let's go and give him a sad face. I think we had to because the Ward of Inner Sky eventually can get Vigilance, so I can't really hold up the Emperor. I think we were right. I think we were correct to do that at the timing we did. All right, still looking okay here. We got one more to lay down the arms, and now we got an Elspeth Resplendent. Give me back my Elesh Norn, thank you. All right. I guess we might as well go for the +1/+1 on the Architect of Restoration, swing in, and we go for the Elspeth Resplendent, and now we're looking good. Alright, Elspeth, do your thing. I'm gonna go ahead and give you lifelink. Now, let's go. We got Vigilance, Flying, lifelink. Things are looking, we don't have Flying, I don't know why I said that. But we've got lifelink and Vigilance, and 2 +1/+1 counters. Things are looking good. Coppercoat Vanguard. I think at this point, Recruitment Officer, we're looking good. I think we're looking, this might be our big break. Alright. And Warden of the Inner Sky, sure. I'm going to need to put Flying. I'm going to need to juice up this Architect of Restoration. And we even get another Wandering Emperor, which is beautiful. I think I might go for Wandering Emperor now. Let's do this. Let's go for Elspeth. And I got to put Flying on one of these things.
I know.
So let's go over for you. I guess we'll put on Flying, just so that I can swing in with you properly, I guess. Let's just do this now. Yeah, this is fine, I suppose. We do have Vigilance here. Double Vigilance in the air. Don't care. And if we get Elesh Norn again, I'll be so happy. I don't think I can do it quite yet. No, because we can't. Because we got Wandering Emperor, and that costs 3. So that would mean a total of 7. So we could have got a little greedy. I think this is fine, though. Let's not get too crazy here. It does go nighttime as well, so even if they do have Baruch of Thar, it's going to come in as night. And now Elspeth Resplendent, she's going to let us have 5/3/3 Angels, and we're looking good. So even if they do have Warden of the Inner Sky, it's completely okay, just because Elesh Norn has 6 toughness. 5/5, they don't have enough for another Warden of the Inner Sky, and we're going to hold you off in the sky. You're no match for my Elesh Norn. Elesh Norn's gonna just, oh, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. They give us a good game. Oh, they don't want the Elesh Norn. They knew it was coming. Sweet potato pie. You know, I'm more of a baked potato guy myself. So, you know, we're already off on the wrong foot. Sweet potatoes, overrated. I'm just gonna say it, overrated. Let's see, what's not overrated is the Owl of the Dawn Sky. That is underrated, my friends. Underrated. So we got the Restoration. We even have 2, which is kind of nice. I do need some more planes, and I was kind of worried about a counter spell. No counter spells here. Let's get our planes, baby. And hopefully they do play something, just so that I can get my Ossification down for free. Because the Restoration of Eiganjo, like I said, I cannot stop raving about this card. It's so underplayed. I mean, it's not like not played at all. But compared to like what I think its power level is, the Restoration just like, I don't know, man. It's such a good card, man. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. This is actually wonderful. The Jays comes out, and now the Ossification, we get a target for the Ossification. This worked out wonderful. Usually these like slower decks don't play like permanents, so this works out great. Oh, Jace, my friend, I'm sorry. So now we gotta make a decision. Now that I know that I have 5 lands, it is now that I know that I have like the Mirrex for next turn, we can drop the Owl of the Dawn Sky. I think we're gonna go for Wedding Announcement. Put some little pressure on them now. And another Mirrex token. So now we don't even have to worry about the Sanctuary Warden. The Sanctuary Warden's gonna come out to play too. Let's swing in here. We do have to be careful of the Sunfall, but I think we can afford to kind of go in for yeah, I think we can kind of afford to do it, right? I mean, if they have Sunfall, we can't live in fear, right? Let's go for maybe Restoration. Let's go for Restoration. That kind of offsets, if that makes any sense. So if they go for like, because this is going to take 2 turns to come out as a 3/4. So if they do have removal, Memory Deluge, okay, so they're probably searching for some sort of sweeper here. I think we're okay to do this, though. Playing down the Owl of the Dawn Sky just, Sunfall. It doesn't even really make sense because the Owl of the Dawn Sky ironically looks like the Winged Dragon of Ra, which is like the sun god, and Sunfall. Man, it makes a lot of sense. Sunfall, the Winged Dragon of Ra, Owl of the Dawn Sky. So Sunfall, there we go. Okay, so we're good there. We still have another Restoration coming, or an Architect of Restoration, and we still have a Owl of the Dawn Sky we can play. So I think we're fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and play you down. Might as well get it down. It is for free, so we might as well ramp up a little bit here. And let's go in for the Sanctuary Warden. I think now we can go for this over the Owl of the Dawn Sky. Obviously, the Owl of the Dawn Sky and the Sanctuary Warden very, very prone to exiling. We much prefer destruction just because the Alvedon Sky gets that that dying trigger, and Sanctuary Warden has a shield, but shields don't really help versus exiling. Alright, so we're one Sunfall down. Hopefully they don't have another one. And now we got Elspeth Resplendent. Elspeth is perpetually... When you have Elspeth and a Mirrex token, Celestis is fine. Elspeth and the Mirrex token is so annoying because they can't really... You have permanent threats. You have a Mirrex token generating a 1/1 every turn, and then the Elspeth can give it 1/1/1, and then just kind of buff it up every turn. So they can't truly get rid of everything you have. Ooh, Jace. Alright. Jace, you have cool voice lines. I'm not gonna lie. You're up there. You're up there, buddy. Wow. Okay, so they're just going straight for my library here for the mill. Ooh, okay, that makes me a little nervous. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to be as aggressive as possible here. I guess we'll drop Elspeth first. They have 17 left. Yeah, let's drop Elspeth and just get a +1/+1 down. Let's do that. We need to go as much damage as possible. This is fine. I guess we'll... I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess we'll go flying, I guess. And swing in. I guess we have to put this off of... Well... I guess we'll do it off the shield counter, just because I don't want to give it away to Elspeth. And we think I'm down to 6. I guess we will go for winning an Elspeth. This does let us draw. Well... I guess I am nervous about a farewell. A farewell... Elspeth is safe from farewell, but wedding announcement is not. So I guess we'll just kind of stay put here. No, I mean, they have to have Sunfall. I mean, it's pretty much Sunfall or bust. Or I guess they... Yeah, I mean, they can't go for Atraxa. I don't think they have the color. I mean, Celestis, Headquarters, they're missing 2 colors, right? Celestis can kind of fill the gap, but I don't think they can even... This is not an Atraxa deck, I don't think. So it's pretty much Sunfall or bust, and even if they do have a Sunfall Revelry, okay, well, we can deal with that. We can deal with that. We do have ways to give ourselves flying with the Elspeth, so that's nice. Okay. Emperor. So we actually have the Emperor that we can flash in, which we could get a little risky, but let's go for the Architect, and I think we're looking good here, unless they have some form of removal. Let's go ahead and give you flying, just that we can't get blocked here, and I think we're looking good. They do have that little incubator token that's not going to be able to get played. Sure. Oh, that makes me so mad. Get lost. That makes me mad because I got rid of my shield counter thinking that they didn't have destruction. They only had exiling. So that makes me upset that our Sanctuary Warden gets killed like that. It is what it is. Not a big deal. We can still swing in here. Architect of Restoration. The Wandering Emperor does help out a lot too, because being able to flash in your creatures, or at least your tokens rather, you effectively get to flash in a 3/3 because you get the -1 on their turn, your turn +1/+1, and if you have a Wedding Festivity, it's a 4/4. I think let's just do this. Down to 2. If we had an opportunity to possibly go for lethal, I think I would just try there, but it's the same thing. They just go down to 1, so let's just kind of map this out. I'm not going to drop the Winged Dragon of Ra because don't want to get Sunfalled again, and plus we want to have a little extra juice if we do. So I guess we might as well use the map token, kind of fix this up. Yeah, let's sure. We still have enough to go for the Wandering Emperor and a Mirrex token this way, I think, right? Hold on. Yes, we do. I think. I don't know, unless I can't count. I think we do, though. So we can go for a Wandering Emperor and a Mirrex token, even if they do swipe the board and we take it. We take control. Sly-Fi, how you doing here? Looking like an okay hand. Let's see what you got. Got the Lay Down the Arms. Lay Down the Arms, man. Really good card. I kind of like the Elspeth Smite or whatever, but Lay Down the Arms is way better. I really do like it a little bit more because it doesn't have to. You don't have to attack. So, Spirit Companion, I would much rather this be an Ambitious Farmhand, and guess what? We get an Ambitious Farmhand, so we don't have to miss our land drop for next turn, even if we don't draw one. Gosh, I'm really liking this deck. I mean, it's really coming out nicely. We get the Ambitious Farmhand, we get a Plains, even if we don't draw into one, and then we get to Lay Down the Arms on the Jukai Naturalist. There, we even get another Plains, so now we're set up way, way better, looking a lot better, and, sure, make sure... Okay, auto tappers on our side. Make sure that we leave open a white source for the Lay Down the Arms, because we are going to need that. And I think let's get rid of the Naturalist. We could get rid of the Generous Visitor, but we got chump blockers here, so we're looking good here. Got chump blockers for days. Chump blockers for days, so they don't have Audacity. They can't really get through our little 1-drops, and we actually have Expel the Interlopers as well, so. And they just know that we got chump blockers for days, I guess. Bomb, how you doing here, Bomb? That kind of reminds me, you know what, Bomb? Kind of reminds me of lip balm, and you know what? It is lip balm season. You can't really see it here. I got some Burt's Bees lip balm. Yeah, it is cold where I live, and my lips are chapped. So, Bomb, how you doing here? I know it's not how you spell balm, but that's kind of what I'm reminded of. So, recruitment officer. This is, I mean, we've already. I think I've had this little interaction like 3 or 4 times already. We drop an ambitious farmhand for the recruitment officer. I feel like this has happened a bunch of times already. So Thalia's not the end of the world. We still have the ossification, so we're fine. Yeah, we might as well go for the ossification. Just kind of get rid of the Thalia here. We still have this recruitment officer for the farmhand, which feels like deja vu, but it's a good type of deja vu because we just blocked them off perfectly. 2-1 for my little 1-1. We already got our planes for it, so. Sanguine Evangelist, that card's a little bit more annoying, but we still can trade, but they do get the card back, so that's kind of annoying. Of course, let's go in for our Restoration of Eiganjo. Again, the Ambitious Farmhand Restoration of Eiganjo combo, it's just so good, especially if you're going to be running a lot of these like bigger spells. You need that planes, you need that consistency, you know? So I don't really love these evangelists just because if we do go for Expel the Interlopers, they get these little 1-1s back. It's not the end of the world, but it is annoying. Ooh, all right, so Knight. All right, I think we don't really have a choice anymore. I think we're gonna have to blow up the board. They have. Oh, thank God. I mean, I'm happy they dropped the Hopeful Initiate here because I definitely do not want them to do anything super crazy here. Let's go for the Mirrex. Might as well ramp up if we can. As long as we have a planes that actually come in untapped, that's fine. And we go for the Expel the Interlopers. This is fine. Sure. Let's swing in here just in case. You know, they might just let it go. I highly doubt it, but like, oh, we get free damage. Free damage is free damage. So Expel the Interlopers, and I'm gonna blow up the entire board. I know that they get a little bit back with these evangelists, but that's okay. 2 1-1s is a lot better than what the heck I was staring at before. So Thalia. If I top deck into a land and I go for the Eternal Wanderer, it's actually a lot better off that I did get the restoration ramp going. Because now, I mean, look, they recovered pretty well here. This is actually, I think we're still okay, but they recovered pretty well. Another Expel the Interlopers. Okay, thank goodness. I don't think they're going to be able to really recover from another one. We do, let's be a little greedy. Let's go for the Sanctuary Warden, and because I have a shield counter, if they drop a Brutal Cathar, I will be pretty mortified, but that actually won't be that bad because then we get to Expel the Interlopers. They can't kill us here. So this is a little risky. Well, I think the Sanctuary Warden, okay, they go for the Knight, and they actually tap all their creatures out, which is nice. They still have the lands. Oh my god, another Knight. So they go for the Hopeful Initiate, and I want them to go as wide as possible so I can just Expel the Interlopers again. But you see it, this deck is crazy. We cleared the board, had plenty of removal, and look how they just recovered like pretty well here. So, let's go for the Eternal Wanderer.
Try to best me.
Let's do this. I think we'll just keep the Sanctuary Warden.
I'll
That's
finish
fine.
this here and now.
Yep, that's fine. And then, like, what are the... I mean... Were we better off going for Expel the Interlopers? I don't know. Maybe... I still don't think it's that big of a deal. We're still looking okay. I'm gonna keep put. Let's keep put here. I want to keep the Eternal Wanderer safe. So I know that I will have to kind of give up the shield counter to block off this bat, which does not seem like the best thing. But... there we go. So they actually use it. So now I can go for Expel the Interloper. So now our Eternal Wanderer is safe. Now here's what we can do here. I thought I was going to have to bust the shield token open, but here's what we do. We can actually, we can exile the Sanctuary Warden and get our shield counters back, but I actually don't even think it's going to be necessary. So I'm going to swing in here, and at this point, we'll do that. Put the +1 on the Wanderer so that we can keep it. And I think we could probably just drop another Sanctuary Warden. Sure. I mean, we have a good set of options here. We have so many like options. We have a problem with it. So now we go for lay down the arms. It would have been nice. Next turn we can go for the Ojer and create triple the double strikers. So the Eternal we don't get the Ojer triple Eternal Wanderer double strikers, but good game.